What is going on, everybody? I am back today to talk about Disney Pixar's newest film, Elio. And I've actually been really excited to see this movie, despite the fact that this movie has flopped horribly at the box office, because I've seen a lot of people discussing this, talking about how it's one of Pixar's best films that they've made in years. And one of the things that I will say about Pixar is, as someone who is a self-proclaimed lover of Disney movies, I've been a big fan of Pixar since they started as a company. And I really appreciate what they've done throughout the years to create stories that I think are important for kids to see, but that adults can also pull a lot from. They've really kind of struggled with their product over the past 5 years. I feel like the last really quality Pixar movie was Soul, which came out right around the pandemic in 2020. And everything else since then has either been fine or less than fine, or just things that I haven't really thought about all that much since seeing them initially. And I love Pixar. I want them to be able to succeed. And I knew virtually nothing about this. I think the only thing that I saw for this movie was like the initial teaser trailer that they released, which gave virtually nothing away about the movie at all. And I'm excited to tell you a little bit about it today. Elio is directed by Domee Shi, Madeline Sharafian, and Adrian Molina. Elio, a space fanatic with an active imagination, finds himself on a cosmic misadventure where he must form new bonds with eccentric alien life forms, navigate a crisis of intergalactic proportions, and somehow discover who he is truly meant to be. So, I was very excited to watch this movie. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Pixar, even though they've been struggling for the past few years to create really quality content. And what I will say, I say this without a doubt, this is the best Pixar film since Soul. This movie is beautiful. I feel like the heart and the emotion at the central core of this feels the most like the original Pixar films that we've gotten in a long time. It's beautifully animated. I feel like the character writing was really great, and I didn't want the movie to end. I just found it to be incredibly joyous. I thought it was really beautiful. It made me tear up a few times, and I'm excited to tell you a little bit about it today. So, in Elio, we are introduced to our lead character, Elio, who is currently living with his aunt. And as we learn early on in the movie, Elio's parents died tragically. And so he has been sent to live with his aunt, who works on this military base. And we see Elio at the beginning of the movie. He wants nothing to do with living on Earth with his aunt. He doesn't even feel like she wants her. And she has a lot of goals and aspirations for herself. She's very interested in becoming an astronaut, but because she is taken on custody of Elio, it's really hard for her to pursue those things because she knows she needs to be there for him. While simultaneously, Elio doesn't feel like anyone wants him. He feels like a complete outcast. He doesn't really get along with any of the other kids. And so every single day, he goes outside and attempts to make contact with aliens so that they will abduct him. Well, of course, if you've seen the trailer, that eventually happens. He gets taken up to the Galactic Space Council, where he has been deemed the leader of Earth. And everything seems peaceful until Lord Grygon, who seems to be a very violent and malevolent force, shows up, wants to be a part of this galactic group. They want nothing to do with him, and it creates tension. And so Elio is tasked by this group to make peace with him, and that he will be able to be a part of their organization. And so the entirety of the film is Elio trying to make peace with Lord Grygon so he can be a part of this galactic group. So like I said, I thought this movie was fantastic. It was very beautifully done, and I thought that the emotion at the core of the movie was incredibly beautiful. I want to start Pixar as per usual. It's very beautifully animated. The movie is really colorful. I like the attention to detail and all of the different aliens here. You get aliens from all different parts of the universe, and they each have such a distinct design. And I just thought it was really cool. And there's all these little neat elements that they incorporate into the world. There's a cloning device that's introduced. There's this little piece of technology they get that can help them control gravity, and that gives them the ability to communicate with species that they don't speak the same language. And I really think the animation kind of brings this world to life in a way that makes it so easy to immerse yourself into. And Pixar's always done a really good job with that. I do feel like throughout the years they've recycled some things, animation that we've seen before, but I thought this had a nice look to it. There's some things that might look a little bit familiar, but I still thought that it was a very beautiful and unique world that I enjoyed being a part of. I think all the voice acting in this was very well done. Everyone seemed seemed incredibly committed to their characters. There's some familiar actors and actresses in this, and some new faces that all did a fantastic job, and I feel like they really helped bring this world to life. And I also really liked the score of the movie as well. Pixar always does a really nice job with the scores that accompany their films, and this is no exception. But really what makes this movie so incredible is the messaging that the film has to convey. And I don't feel like it's just one simple thing. There's a lot of elements that are incorporated into it, but the main one being this idea of family and chosen family, which I feel like over the years has become more and more prevalent, even in the society we live in now, where, because of the current political state in our country, families kind of tear themselves apart because they don't believe in the same things anymore and don't, support things that keep families healthy, which causes turmoil between people. And so, because of that, a lot of times the family that you have in life, it's not necessarily blood. A lot of times it's people that you meet and people that you become close to who are like minded. And in this case, obviously, for Elio, his family is his aunt, but the two of them, they're just really getting to know each other. Like they're trying to figure out each other, and they both have their own separate struggles and are trying to pursue very different things in each other's lives. And there's this idea of like compromise that's introduced and like making sacrifices for your family. And I think all of those elements work really well together and are very beautifully done. And then the concept of self-worth, and Elio, like once his parents are gone, believing that no one loves him or that nobody wants him. And so many people experience that in life when they have issues with their parents or their family, and they get outcast or someone unfortunately dies, and trying to like work your way into a different dynamic or feel like you're a part of something bigger. And I thought Pixar did a really nice job, the directors of this film, kind of examining this concept in a way that's easily understandable for children, but also that adults can take a lot away from. And another part of the movie that I thought was really interesting is they explore a lot of the idea of toxic masculinity and violence among male leadership, and like the evil Lord Grigon that's introduced. His character, very fascinating, and the trajectory that it's taken throughout the movie, I thought was very well done in examining like what kind of makes a person violent, what in male leadership causes them to consistently want to resort for violence instead of communication, which I think is incredibly prevalent in our society now, and just worked really well overall for the movie. And there's also this beautiful core friendship that exists with one of the characters that's introduced later on. I just loved this. It put a smile on my face the entire runtime of the movie. I thought it was very beautifully done, and I'm already really looking forward to watching it again. So have you seen Elio? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. I thought this movie was fantastic. I loved it. It's one of my favorite things Pixar has made in a very long time. As always, everyone, if you can like the video and subscribe to the channel, helps me out a lot and lets me know the type of content you're looking for. I recently hit 3,100 subscribers. I feel like I just hit 3,000 recently. The number just continues to grow and grow and grow. And I appreciate each and every one of you who takes the time to watch one of these videos. It really does mean the world to me. And as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.